This is a preview video clip of how a principal has used Twitter as a professional development tool in his school.
Me, it's a morning newspaper. When I sit down with my eggs and turkey sausage in the morning and I'm sitting thinking about my day, I'm totally going through my Twitter feed and looking for information. I'm looking for information for a couple of reasons. The first one's to feed my own mind and to feed my own brain so that I can just continue to grow professionally. I mentioned Birkins and Yaris. I'll almost always read theirs if they pop up first thing in the morning to get an idea for a reading lesson that maybe I want to teach in a classroom. And so I'll file that away and look at it later or integrate it into lessons. The other thing I do as a principal is I take tweets that I find and I send them to people. And for teachers who are not on Twitter, it's pretty simple to send them a tweet. In your Twitter feed, you just go into this More section and you say, I want to share this via an email. What will happen once you do that is it'll open your default email browser and it'll send a link to this actual piece of information so that people can see it, which is pretty handy in Twitter, especially for people who aren't on Twitter. And speaking of people who aren't on Twitter, one of the things that I've made it my mission to do is to get my teachers on Twitter. So in November, I had a Tuesday tweet up, and it was kind of an interesting thing. I had about 7 or 8 teachers show up, and I got them on Twitter, showed them how it works, showed them how they can find information, helped them find people they could follow. And now what they're doing is they're starting to build their professional networks and start to get information through their own personal Twitter sites. So it's really exciting that they're seeing it as a professional growth opportunity, which is exactly what we want. We want them to be in charge of their own learning, and Twitter is a wonderful, wonderful way for them to do that. And then I always read my Twitter before bed. A lot happens during the day. I always, before I go to sleep, spend about 10 minutes browsing and cruising through my Twitter feed, see what's going on there, and try and figure out ways that I can grow a little bit and share with teachers that I have, that I work with. And how am I going to enhance my own Twitter use? Well, I have today set up a school site and will encourage parents to follow us on Twitter. We have a really big assembly scheduled with our parents on Monday. I'm going to unveil it there. I'm going to commit to making sure that information is posted there so that they can see it in real time. And I'll update it daily with pertinent information. Sheninger says he sits down every morning when he first gets into work and updates all of his social media sites. I'm going to get into that pattern too, and I think it's going to be a really healthy way for folks to be connected with the school in very real time.